Hey, welcome everyone. Cheers. Welcome to the studio. I'm going to do a landscape this evening. I'm going to relax a little. I had a long day. I just got back from band practice. It was pretty productive practice. Plus, I learned how to put the closed caption on my videos after it's. Let me see if I can do it while this is on. No, I guess I gotta wait once it uploads. Once the live uploads, then I can turn the closed caption on. So that's cool. I put it on a couple of the last videos I did. Turned on the closed caption, kind of read along while I'm talking. My friend showed me how to do it, Lisa. All right, I'm going to do a landscape here. Hopefully, you like it. Let me show you my colors. I'm using, I went back to this paint, Sennelier. I'm giving it a try again. This paint, it's a little different. It's acrylic paint, but it's really creamy. I didn't do anything to these. They're really creamy paints. So I got ultramarine blue, red, vermilion, yellow, orange, yellow. They call that like red orange or something. I mixed my own green, blue, and this red orange to get this cool looking green here. This is Winsor Newton, the burnt umber and yellow ochre. So I'm going to use that for my instead of dark green. So I've got a little dark green here, and then I just lightened it up with a little more yellow. So I got two different shades of green there. And I'm going to get started with some sky. I'm going to lighten it up a little though with some titanium white. And I'm just using water to get flow on the paper. This is acrylic paper. It's made for mixed media. If you've never tried to do a painting on this paper, it's a little different. You got to make sure your paint flows pretty good. Just on this first layer. Once I get my first layer, then you can get a little heavier on your paint. All right, feels so painting right now. It's really fun and relaxing. I've never tried acrylic paint. I started out with oil paint. Then I went to acrylic because it's easier to clean up. I'm going to try and get a cool sky today. Some blue sky. I live in Seattle, Washington, so we get some blue skies. I wrote a song about blue skies in Seattle. Let me make sure this is, I don't got any glare on there. This will flatten out in this paper. I'm going to come down a little lower, then I'm going to put a mountain in there. And show you how I do it. Just this is my undercoat that I'm putting on now, the underpaint. Let me put a mountain in there, then I'll do the groundwork down here. I'm going to use gray, some gray for my mountain. A little darker. Let's put a cool mountain in there. I want like a big mountain today. So I want the peak a little off center so I can put some big trees over here. Let's just put some rugged mountains back here. This is black and white with a little blue in it, ultramarine blue. There's my mountain peaks in the back. I'll show you a good trick. So you don't have your landscape just doesn't look straight across. Let's bring this side down a little like this over here. And then fill this in for your mountains. And what it's going to help it look like, these mountains are closer now, and then they're going off into the distance. Okay, see that? Down here I'm going to put some yellow ochre and burnt umber mixture. I already mixed those two. And I want this color in the back coming off the bottom of the mountains. I'm going to put a little bit of this yellow. This is red orange. I think I put a little white in it to lighten it up a bit. There we go. That looks kind of cool. I'm going to put some water in here somewhere. I'll just grab a little tight ultramarine blue here, and we'll just throw some blue in here. Maybe this will make some kind of pond right here in the middle. So I have some light green here. Put some green down here now. Maybe some grass. Put a hill here. And now I got some. I'm painting really loose. This is going to be my undertone. This I mixed blue and yellow together to get this dark green. I'm not cleaning the brush off, so all the colors are kind of mixing together right now, which is pretty cool. So I'm getting all these different earth tones in here. And down here we'll put some dark brown I use for my trees. Down here at the bottom. Maybe this will end up being dirt down here. This is just burnt umber with black in it. So yeah, a couple months ago I had some subscribers that don't hear very well, so they asked me to turn my closed caption on, and I finally turned on, so I'm happy about that. It might not be on this video now, but it'll be on after I upload it. I'll be able to click the CC on it. There we go. All right, try and get those ripples out of there. There's my I call that my underpaint. Look at all the earth we got here going already. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna I'm going to make the water a little bluer, so it looks like it's reflecting from the sky. So I'm just going to try and blue it up a little bit. This paint I'm using is very creamy. If you've ever used paint before, let me know in the comments. I want to see if you have the same experience with it. There we go. All right, that's going to be some water there. This paint I'm using, I bought it about a month ago. I gave it a try. It's Sennelier. It's made in France, but it's a different type of acrylic paint. It's not like Liquitex. It's not like any other kind of paint. I guarantee you that. What I did, I kind of mountains up. So if this happens to you, I got to bring these mountains back down because I'll lose my, if I don't do it now, I'll lose the effect that this is going off into the distance. So I want to bring this mountain on here again. So it pulls this closer to the viewer, and then it takes that farther away. Okay. All right, there we go. Now it looks like we got our the view is going off into the distance here. This will be our vanishing point overhead. Okay. I can put the snow up there. I'm going to use a number 6 round brush. I'm going to handle this brush kind of like a knife. Okay, I'm going to hold it like it's a knife, but I'm going to use a brush. Okay, this is a good technique if you don't know how to use a knife yet. So I'm going to give my mountain some perspective now, some dimension. Okay, just going to put a bit of snow on the very tops first, and then I'm going to stand back and look at it. See if I like what's going on. That looks pretty cool so far. Let me zoom it in for you. I don't need to be in the shot. See how it already looks like there's the dimension going on here now. I could give you a tip on these mountains, like you want to draw your mountains out. We want these to be closer, so I'm going to probably push that big mountain behind these two here. So these look like they're going further back. So if this one's furthest back, I'll have to draw this color on this side in front of that. I'll show you when we get to it. And then this one will go over the top of that. And then I'm going to try and put this one here in the front. I'll just put some light here and show you right now. It's going to look something like this. So this is in front, then it's going to be getting further back. Just like that. Actually, I'm going to put that way back there. I'll put this in front of that big mountain. That looks cool. A little blue and white for the shadow side. I'm going to start on this one here in the front. Make sure the color's the way I want it. I lightened it up for this one back here. Looks pretty cool. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I took a few days off of painting, so this is pretty fun right now for me. Took a little break. Wow. Is this out of focus? It's out of focus. Sorry about that. Let me put it a little closer, I think. I think it's in focus now. Let me fix the paper here. This is this paper I'm using. It's for mixed media, but it's kind of stuck to the page underneath, so the ripples aren't coming out. There we go. That might work its way out. You can see like it's casting shadow, but see how quick that paint dries? That's all I had right now. Let me check my phone. I have it charging. Let me see who's in here today. Darian. Potatoes, thanks. Gente, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Darian. Potatoes. Make sure you guys subscribe. YouTube hasn't been giving me any new subscribers lately. It's weird. I got over 800 videos, and if I don't do any new videos, it just kind of goes dead. I used to have a YouTube channel probably 15 years ago, and it was never like that. It was different. Your videos would keep getting views no matter what. Now it's like it goes, and So you're only as good as the video you're working on, like right now, this video. And if YouTube doesn't send it to anybody, well, then it goes into the basement. I don't care. I just think that more people would enjoy watching this, you know. It's different than Bob Ross. Bob Ross used oil paint. This is acrylic paint. And this is a totally different style than Bob Ross. I'm going to make this snow a little lighter up here now because it kind of soaked in. So I'm just going to hit it again with some white. Make it look like snow up there. Doesn't that look cool? I have lots of videos if you're a beginner and you want to learn landscapes. You just got to go to my channel and check out all the videos, all the tutorials I got. When I do these lives, I do it so I can get involved with everybody on the and chat with you guys. I'm really not trying to teach you right now, but I mean, you could pick up some tips by watching. That looks really cool. So now, what I'm thinking now, at the water, where it's at, I'm thinking about maybe having some trees back here, and then I'll put some big trees over here, and then maybe some bigger ones over here in the foreground. Let's put some rocks down here. I'll have some rocks right here in the front. I'll show you how I do it. Let's put some gray down here. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. There we go. I'll highlight that and make it look like a bunch of rocks here in a second. Let me do some distant trees back there. I'm going to use the green that I made. I made my own green. It's a little ultramarine blue and yellow. So I want the trees, this is the vanishing point here, so I'm going to some trees coming from way back here, bring it down here to the water. Might have to make it darker. There we go. Bigger over here. There we go. So I'm going to use this burnt umber and black for, we'll put a few trees here right now. I'm going to put some bushes here first. This is burnt black. I usually use a dark green, but the last landscape I did, I used this burnt umber, and the tree came out looking pretty good, brown. So we'll make them brown first, and then I'll add green to it later. Look at that. Wow. Look at that contrast of this color on that light color back there. Doesn't that look awesome? Wow. We'll put a smaller tree here. It looks like it's going further back. These are just evergreen trees. This is, landscapes are pretty cool. You don't have to get really detailed. You just got to put the color up there in the shape of a tree, then you got a tree there. It's really easy. Let's fill this all in though with trees. I think it'll look good. We'll bring it up close to these trees here, and the more you put in, the better it looks. It'll sell better too. I sell a lot of my paintings at the farmers markets here in Seattle. People love landscapes still. And the more trees you have in there, the better your landscape look. Wow, that looks really cool. So I'll put a big tree right over here. Sometimes I like to put my trees in right over. It helps me design the rest of the painting. Okay. Put some bushes coming all the way down here. Good to see you, Bente. Let me, I gotta take this charger out. Charge my phone, it's going dead. Hopefully it doesn't mess you up. There we go. I took a couple weeks off because a couple weeks ago I got a bad cramp in my leg, and it took like over a week for it to get better. So it feels better now, and let's put a tree over here now, all the way up into the sky here. Going to look cool, I can already tell. This is not staying in focus. There we go. So I'm going to do a really skinny here, so it doesn't cover up my background too much. We'll just make it one of those tall, skinny trees. Just like that. I don't want to cover up a lot of the background, but I want it tall. I want it going up into the sky like it is. And then when this dries, I'm going to highlight it with some green. So we got a green tree here. I'll make these green as well. We're going to put a little baby tree next to it. Maybe like at an angle here. Like it's starting off crooked. A crooked tree. like that. And then what I'm gonna do, we'll put like a great tree behind it, like right here, where you can only see, you know, the front part of this tree, or the top tree. Just like that. Boo-doo-boo-boo-doo-boo. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? This is an angle brush. I'm going to use this angle brush and put some bushes on the water's edge back there. I'm just going to take a brush and kind of paint some dark color right on the edge of the water there. Those are going to end up being bushes. Just like that. I'm going to put some more hills in here. Wow, what's the clouds? I like to do the clouds. If you, this paper's, the pound is really low. It's only 98 pounds, the thickness. They do make this acrylic paper where it's like, it's 246 pounds, and it won't do this. It won't rip. The reason I use this is because I do so many paintings, and I could keep this in a book. Look how many paintings I could do in this thing, and just keep them in. I learned that a little too late because I've got over probably 2,000 paintings I've done in the last 2 years. Paint a lot, and those canvases take up a lot of space. So I'm almost getting ready to rent a storage facility because I've got so many paintings I need to sell. Try and create some rocks here. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. There we go. It's getting there. I'll work on them in a little bit. Oh, I got sidetracked, huh? Yeah, let me do the clouds next. You can imagine, like, you can walk up these. $38, not bad. Let's try this white up. It's been over a month since I used this paint, so I don't remember how well this paint works. It's Sennelier. It's let me see if this is it's opaque. So it's gonna go on pretty heavy. It should cover really easy. I'm going to use titanium white up here in the sky. I'll show you how to do clouds with a fan brush, okay? So this is the furthest point here. This is where everything's going off to this side here. So I'm going to put some small clouds down here to start. Then I'm going to get bigger as I move to the right. Put a big one right on top of this big peak here. And we'll put one here. It's pretty good white. It's pretty opaque. It covers right over the blue. You see. Really cool clouds. It's looking pretty good. What is today? Today's Tuesday. Nobody's watching right now. That's weird. Usually I get like a lot of people watching. I think it has to do with the YouTube. Although I don't know what I'm not doing right, but I don't know why they don't send my videos across the whole world, because this is art kind of universal, you know? It's worldwide. They don't have to just send it here in America. So I don't know what they think. That algorithm is probably not as smart as it thinks. I think the algorithm needs to be rebooted or something, because it doesn't really help me out that much. I mean, they gotta, maybe the algorithm needs to separate, you know, what's, I know they have like different, like, they had categories, of course, but it seems like they just do the one comedy, you know? You gotta have something silly, get a lot of views. But to me, that's not the way I would do it. This is really looking cool. I like these rocks now. Look at that in the front. Sometimes when you complain about the algorithm, then it throws you a bone here and there, you know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm talking to the. What's cool is I just joined in. I finally learned how to turn on the hearing impaired, so to turn on the cease closed caption after I'm done this uploads. So that'll be cool. I've had a lot of people asking me why I don't have the closed caption on. I go, how to do it. So I finally figured out how to do it. My friend Lisa showed me. And here we are. So I turned it on like 3 or 4 of my videos I did last week. So now you can kind of read along as I paint. I guess I'm going to try this angle brush again. I'm going to put trees out here. Because I can't use the fan brush because the fan brush is too big. So I want to have some trees like right on the water's edge here. This is an angle brush. I'll use it like a fan brush here. I'll do a different kind of tree here. We'll do like, I think these are, I can't remember the name of this tree. It's a little different style, these here. Do a couple of them here. Do 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 do. I want to put like a tree in here as well. Let's see. We'll bring it right up in here. And maybe one coming like in from the side here. Coming in like at an angle. Wow. It's looking pretty good. Let me give you more of a front shot here. There we go. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow. Kind of want to fill it in. Put as much stuff in here as I. These fan brushes are great for doing this tall grass and these bushes. Look at that. How good they work. Isn't that cool? One, two, three big bushes right there. When you're if you're new to doing landscapes, it takes a little practice to learn how to, you know, because there was no bushes there. I created them with the fan brush on top of the dark color. You can't do this out here because you need to put some dark color down first before you put light color on it. That's a little yellow to me, so I'm going to make it more green and highlight my trees. I want it a little greener than that. Sometimes you can use just like a light green. Just mix white together to get a lighter color. There we go. Now the trees have a little dimension. There's branches in there. It's really taking shape. So I'm going to highlight some of these trees back here a little bit, just so it looks like light back here. Just a little different color. Get some different types of going on in the green back there. So I'm just going to come down very lightly on these. Just very lightly, just to get some dimension on them. Just a little color. They don't have to be bright. Just need a little bit of color on the branches. Just a touch. Alright, it's time to add some color to this painting. Use a small filbert brush here. This is a Princeton Summit brush. It's pretty good. So I'm going to wash this back here with some yellow. The wet brush. And I just put a little bit of yellow on there, like too much. You just want it wet. Like, almost like water. We'll just wash this back here a little. Change the color up a little bit, so I'm going to get a little brighter yellow. Yeah, we'll hit it down here just under the bushes. Just a little bit of yellow. It'll look like the sun's hit there. Very cool. I'm going to try this white out, see if I could do a pathway now. From back here. I just use white. You could use any color you want, like brown. If you want to make it look like a brown pathway, just put a little brown in it. But I like to just make it white. I'm going to bring that pathway through here so it looks like a walkway coming through here. Takes the viewer's eye way back there in the distance. Yeah, we'll bring a path right through here. It's a thing to put in your landscapes. It brings the viewer eye in. Brings it all the way back here. I'll bring it even further back there. See that? Wow, that's looking pretty good. I can't believe no one's watching today. I'm really done with this one. I might do a pathway back here too. Coming out of these trees. Maybe over here. Something like that. That looks pretty good. You don't want it to look so obvious. We'll put some running water coming down off this mountain too. one from behind this mountain here. Just water coming down the mountain. Wow, that looks pretty good. It looks like the pathways tie in now. Come in here. You go across here, go across the water, go through these trees and come back here. Very nice. Now you could use a knife to line your water. I like to use a different knife, but I'm going to try this knife. It's just a pointy knife. It's good for these little tight spots like that. You can really pick your spot with this knife. The other knife is a little harder. It's because it's wider. See that? You can get your edge with some water foam waves. We'll put a few small little marks out here, really small. You can get a little bigger as you come to the shore. You want this to look far away, so keep these back here really small. These, I call it white water. All right, it's time for some color now. Let's get some color in here. We'll put some flowers up here. This looks really cool here. The way I did this, you could see these look like there's shadows underneath the bushes. You have to go back and see how I did the bushes. You automatically get shadows like that. Wow, I'm really digging this. I think it's time for some color though. Here, I'll show you something cool to do. It's really easy. I'll use a filbert brush. I'm gonna put some white around my mountaintops. Just titanium white. Just come up next to your mountains and we're gonna put some white in here like this. It's like a white wash. Just right on the edge of your mountain, just white. I'm gonna let that dry for a second. Now we're gonna put some pink in there. Maybe some purple today. We'll put like a purple. You have to put it on top of the white though. See how the sky just changed all of a sudden there? You can also do that. I didn't do it on this thing, but at the lower part of your mountain, you could put some white down here, and it'll kind of make it look misty down there. I should have did it after I was done with the mountain, but you could still put a little mist in there. It's just a little titanium white on a wet brush. It helps the mountain look further back if you dull it a little bit like this. Okay. Now, I'm going to mix a little red and white and make we'll do a pink, okay? I'll show you how I do it. So, there's my red. This is cad red. We'll put a little red here. Just grab a little white and make a light pink. See that? Really light. Now wet your brush a little, water, and kind of get it to run like maybe water. Like, I've never did water colors, but there's water brush. So let's just hit the same way around the top part of the mountain with this pink. Just around the top part, not too high. Just like that. Now, if that soak in, it's going to look really cool. Wow. Wow. That's looking really great. Look how cool that looks. Look at those mountains, everybody. Look at the water running down from here. And then the pathway coming across here from way back here, coming to the front. This is amazing. Wow. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this cloud down on top of now. Down on top of the pink. So it looks like the pink is behind the clouds. So that's really easy to do. You just rinse your brush off. I got to get all the green off of it because if you don't rinse your green off, you'll end up with a green cloud. So really making sure all the colors off this brush. All right, let's grab a little white. Titanium white. And I just want to bring this cloud back over the pink right here. And maybe this one here. That's it. Just so it looks like the cloud's on top of the pink. Just a little bit. Why is it holding like this? We'll put a little white cloud here. There we go. Beautiful. Boop, 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 boop. So for my flowers, I'm going to make some pretty big flowers. I'm going to use a number 6 round, okay? I'm going to start off with some red. We'll group some flowers together here with red. That would be, you don't have to make the flowers perfect. You just need to put color in here. Make it look like flowers, okay? Just like that. You don't want to go all the way down. You just want them in different sections, okay? red on, don't put the red on all the bushes. Let's put some blue ones in there now. Mix blue and we'll put some blue and then I'll hit it with some white because it's too dark, that blue. So we'll just come back and hit some titanium white on them so they show up a little better. Nice. I'm going to put a little white in the red as well. Just a little bit of. Whoops. I got to apply iPad back in. It's getting low power. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. It's looking pretty good. Really digging this. Trying to think what else I could put in here. Do 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 do. Boo-doo-boo-boo-doo-boo. It's been really fun. I haven't been very talkative, but I was just trying to relax. It's been a while since I painted. I like to do bursts. Trying to make these look more like tree branches. I usually do this after I shut the video off because I know you don't want to watch me paint tree branches. But I will do them today just because. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bam, bam. Hey guys, I think that's all I'm going to do today. There we go. I'm done. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll give it a front shot. I wanted it to be a little more colorful, but that'll work. Simple landscape tonight. Put a sketch on it. thank you for watching. If you're a new subscriber, I appreciate it. I'll get more into the next one, trust me. I'm just kind of tired today. I had to get up like at 3 in the morning, so very tired today. But I did a painting anyway. I'll put closed captions once it uploads. I can't do it now. It's not giving me the ability to do it. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers.